Hello everyone, my name is Ryan, and welcome back to Doki Doki World of Dreams Act 1. It has been over a week since I last recorded an episode of this. I've been dealing with the loss of the family, the funeral and all that, so apologies. But we are back, Doki Doki World of Dreams Act 1. And I just want to apologize if the audio is weird. I don't know if it's more quiet or not. So apologies in advance. What happened last episode? Oh yeah, last episode Miji and I became separated. I just realized I haven't uploaded, at the time of recording, I haven't uploaded that episode yet. I'm gonna do that as soon as I'm done recording, hopefully. But yeah, Miji and I got separated. We hit Monica. And I mean, that's really it. So, I have no idea what is going to happen from here on in, at least in this episode. But I think we're about to share poems. So enough chat. Let's get into it. Monica and I head back in. And also, if I'm actually talking quiet, apologies again. It is currently 11 o'clock at night. Why am I recording an episode this late? I don't know. Monica and I head back in. Are you two okay? Are your tummies feeling better now? Monica and I look at each other, the tension breaking just then. Yuri and Natsuki look over at us from where they're sitting. They then come over. What are you two laughing about? Are you sure you two are okay? Yeah, we're alright. Did you eat something bad? That's... Ryan stopped back at the nurse's office to get some extra bandages. I met him on the way back. Oh, okay. Well, if you're sure you're okay... I'm sure. Monica looked at the clock. Oh, I think it's time to share poems. Yeah, so it's poem sharing time. Okay, everyone. Let's go get our poems and find someone to share with. I go over to grab Michi's bag, retrieving our poems. I turn. Whoa, you keep on startling me. Haha, I'm sorry. I just couldn't wait. Fair enough. There's a bit of silence between us. I clear my throat. Well, why don't the three of us share? I put both mine and Michi's poems down. Shall we begin? Monica starts by looking at my poem. So this is mine. The dam. Here I stand, mixing the motor. There I head, packing it in. The impossibly high dam, holding back and hiding the muck, which can never be released. A veritable cacophony of cries assault my ears. I throw more motor into the dam's contents, as I try to silence the voices buried beneath. The voices hurt. I want to feel normal again. I shovel more motor. More? Wait, what? What is that word? Is it just mortar? Hold on. More. It's mortar. Why was I saying motor? Oh god. It's late, okay? Mortar. I shovel more mortar. Mortar? Oh god. From the top of the dam, I hear waves impacting the wall. The stones and dry mortar shudder as the flood beyond attempts to break through. Double time! I shout to no one as I mix more mortar, and continue to keep the flood at bay. But it isn't enough. The dam breaks, swarming around me, drowning me. I am lost in the seas of regret, seas of fear, seas of worries. I reach out, but there's no one there to save me. Someone, anyone, help, save me. Oh, God. She then looks at Miji's. I want to see it. Friendship, adventure, awesome, amazing, happy, laughter, memories. When I see these words, I think of friends. Adventure is for the times we spend together through all life's seasons and all sorts of weather. Awesome is for how I see them all. When we're together, we have a ball. Amazing is just how they are. Wherever, whenever whether we're near or even far. Happy is what I feel when I spend my time with them. I hope it never ends. Laughter abounds whenever they're around. I hope to never forget that sound. Memories are what make me think of thee and makes me free from other misery. I will not let my friends be hurt, and I will never be in there again. While she's doing that, I look at hers. Oh, it's different. What's the first one that was in this mod different? Can't remember. New beginnings, a well-worn road or a grassy path. I have traveled the former many a time, but now it's time to walk a different path. The ground is familiar, but the grass is greener. The ending hopefully happier. The path is rocky underneath the grass and causes blisters to form. My goal, however, is clear in my vision. I finally see the home. My way is clear now. I want to have what I have not, but can I? Whoa. Again. Okay, so I guess the first one was different. Her poem's different than the one in the game. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. Monica reads both of our poems carefully, then puts them down. Well, you both have different... yeah, they both have differing styles, that's for sure. It's nice not to have 20 random words for this. But it does look like some of the mini-game led through with Miji's poem. Yeah, 100%. I saw that too. How? No, wait, I see it. The first line? Yep, Sayori-based words. Yeah. Right, now I get it. Well, what did you think of Miji's poems first? It's actually not too bad. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. And that's not meant to be patronizing. I also feel a very slight tension at the end. I'm guessing that's because of the gameplay we did last night? Yeah. He says yes. Monica nods sadly, then smiles again. I like your rhyming too. I understand it isn't easy coming up with a poem overnight, but it is impressive that you tried to make a poem that rhymes for the most part. I'm with Monica. I did freestyle because that's more my thing, but you went the harder route. Pretty impressive, dude. Hehe, thank you guys. I know, it's pretty bad. Hey, for a beginner, it was pretty good, and I know Sayori will love it. Eh? Oh, she definitely will. Can I see yours, Ryan? Oh, right. Monica, hand me my poem back, please. Miji hasn't seen it yet. Oh, right. Monica hands my poem back and I read it carefully. Wow, that's deep. He said that it's deep. It's definitely one that has a hidden meaning. There's a lot of vivid imagery in this one. I can almost feel like I'm there. I can almost smell the muck. That was my intention. Thank you for the praise. What do you think of mine? Again, it's different than the one you normally write. Your use of imagery to tell what is, to me, a clear meaning is quite good. A bit cliche, but that's not a bad thing. I think there's a couple meanings here. One could be that Monica has her own route, but it could be more normal. Oh wow, I didn't look at it that way. Maybe she sees her life taking a new path. Maybe this would have been her poem if she didn't realize this was a game. That's an amazing analysis, Miji. Wait, you think so? What did he say? I relayed the message. That is an interesting hypothesis. What would my poems look like without the epiphany? Okay, is epiphany usually capitalized? Do you just always capitalize epiphany? It's not. What? Is it a title or something? Like, what the fuck? I mean, in this case, I guess it could be a title, but like, I don't think epiphany should be capitalized there. I don't know. We'll talk about that later, I promise. I look forward to it. Well, let's switch partners. She takes her poem and heads over to Yuri. Well, let's find another person. Whoa! Hi! Whoa there. Maybe I shouldn't have let you eat all that sugar. I love chocolate. What can I say? Fair enough. I put both poems down, which Sayori immediately grabs. I look over her poem, refreshing myself with its contents. Oh, this is different? Wait, what? Wait, is it? I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams, little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. No, wait, I think this is the same. I think. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friends after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging. Scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. I read it slowly so Miji can read it. After I'm done, I wait for Sayori to finish ours. Wow, these are better than yesterday's. In both, there's some good feelings. Miji's was pretty good, wasn't it? They were both good. Miji's was very uplifting and I really liked it. Are you sure you didn't like it because of who wrote it? Well, that's a part of it, sure. But I'd like to think I know Miji better than most, you know? So, when I read his poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Miji poem. And that makes it feel extra special to me. Like I could feel his feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. I reach over and rub Sayori's hair gently. Such a little ray of sunshine. Hehe. She can keep it if she wants. I wrote it for her. Michi says you can keep it. Thank you, Miji. She tries to take it again, but I stop her. After we're all done sharing. Ah, yeah. Your poem, Brian. It's still sad. Ah, um, I guess that's my style. Is everything okay? Eh? Not good. She can't be worrying about me too. I'm fine, Sayori. Really. Are you sure? Damn, she's pretty perceptive? Perceptive. Yeah. I've got to throw her off. Really? I'm fine. Really? That's your best? Dumbass. Okay, if you say so. I'm not sure she believed you. I'd be surprised if she did believe me. She's unusually perceptive about the feelings of others. It doesn't help that my poem was painfully obvious. Yeah, that was pretty dumb. Hey! You. Let's get back to the poem. Oh, right! Well, any critiques? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go with my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. What kind of poems do you like anyway? Well, I do like happy poems, but I also like sad poems. No, it's the mix that I like too. What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Bittersweet poems are pretty powerful. I can't see her liking sad poems, though. At least, I didn't before. Michi doesn't think that you're the type of person to like sad poems. Well, I like happy poems the most. But sometimes, when you have little rain clouds in your head, a sad poem could give that rain cloud a hug and make a happy rainbow. Huh? That's a good way to put it. Very poetic. Eh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Miji. Thanks, Ryan. I hold up her poem. Well, why don't we get on to yours? Okay, what did you two think? Miji? Sayori, did you really write this? I relayed the message. Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I can tell. This is very good. It's pretty sad too, if you look past the happy thoughts. Eh? What do you mean? Well, I mean, look at the speaker. They give so much of themselves to make others happy. But where's the happiness left for them? I don't know why I said it like that. Where's the happiness left for them? A very good poem overall. You should be very proud. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've absolutely no idea. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Stop with the death flags. Let's hope it's a very long and happy life. I look forward to reading your book of poems, as does Miji. Oh yes, we are. Also, can I keep her poem? Can Miji keep your poem? Yes, of course. I need to show the rest of the club, but afterwards you can. Great. See you later. You too. She walks off. I decide to go see Natsuki next this time around. Looks like she's been waiting. There you are, Natsuki. It's been a hot minute since I've seen your face. Took you long enough? What were you and Sayori talking about? Poems. You sure? She seemed upset. I promise, I didn't make her upset. Okay, let's see those two poems then. She takes out her poems, and I read her poem for Miji's sake. Oh yes, that's right. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wiggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I've heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Great poem. Great poem. Hey, I've got a question. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I know we read this when we played the game, but what does it mean? Well, many fans of the game believe it has two meanings. Some think that Amy is a reference to Yuri, and that spiders is a reference to her cutting. Yeah, I've heard that before. I mean, I don't know how much I believe it, but eh. Others think that Natsuki's writing about herself and her love of manga from an outsider's perspective. That's also another one I've heard. Which makes sense. That one kind of makes sense. But I mean, the Yuri one, kinda? I don't know. All I know from it is that Amy likes spiders. Well, she'll explain herself soon. Finally, Natsuki finishes our poems. She doesn't look happy. Ugh! This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you two just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you two, not the other way around. Natsuki, did you just compliment us? No? I mean, you know. Natsuki struggles for a bit. As she's struggling to think of an excuse, I press the attack. Hold up. Back up a bit. Huh? You're trying to impress me? But yesterday, you hated my guts. How many times do I have to tell you? I don't hate you. I... Uh-oh. Oh. Ah, crap. I said something wrong. Guess she feels guilty about yesterday? Natsuki, I'm sorry. That was completely rude of me. Let's just continue. Aw. Aw. Damn. And to answer your question, yes. I saw how you and Yuri were talking about her writing yesterday, and I didn't like feeling left out. Aww. Natsuki. That's way more honest than I expected. No kidding. I'm sorry I made you feel left out. I'll try not to in the future. We both will. Fine. So, what else can you tell us about our poems? What are we? Royalty? Indeed, peasant. They're not that bad, are they? No, it's just... Ryan, your poem's a bit too fancy for my taste, but it's not as fancy as Yuri's, and I can see a good meaning. Miji's is simpler, but it's got a clear meaning too. She chuckles. You two just got lucky, you know. Lucky? With? Writing poems like this. Don't get used to it. You two won't always manage to write poems this well written. I mean, good. No, I mean... You think our poems are good, eh? No. Why are you smiling? Natsuki shoves the poem back towards me. But don't read too much into it, okay? She's definitely cute. Wait, her lines change. What happened? Oh, wait, yeah, that's true. Oh, shit. I didn't even fucking notice. Script, you're so strange sometimes. I won't, I promise. Well, anyway, you're gonna tell me what you thought about mine now, right? Don't forget who the real pro is. Haha, yes ma'am. Well, it's certainly longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that's the best I could do. I stand and make a dramatic pose. It wasn't even your final form. Ah ha ha. Haha, you're a dork. Guilty as charged. Anyway, do continue. Ah, adorable. I sit back down. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. But you're going to regardless, right? Yep, here she goes. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Well, that's true. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Agreed. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. I agree with you. Up to a point. Huh? What do you mean? Some hobbies that people have can be self-destructive. Your manga and baking hobbies aren't that, but there are some more intense hobbies that could be harmful. Cough, cough, Yuri. I won't ever judge anyone for their likes or dislikes. That's just how they are. But the thing is, some hobbies are dangerous and can lead to the hobbyist getting hurt. I understand that. I'm glad that you can appreciate this kind of writing. Aw, just look forward to tomorrow too, okay? You bet I will. It's Yuri time, Yuri. I turn and see Yuri staring at me. Hey Yuri, I hope you're doing alright after, you know. No, I'm much better now. May I see what you two have written today? Sure, here you are. I hand Yuri the two poems. She begins reading, and I read over hers just to let Miji see it again. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread from a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon. What is this? The moon. I can't read that. Its place and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eye of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic, something conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Another one I do not remember because I did only did the Yuri story once. I put the paper down and find Yuri still reading. Looks like she's reading Miji's right now. Wake up, Yuri. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. Um, I chuckle. It's fine. This is a rather unusual sensation. Sensation? I'm guessing that it meant to say tension. Today. Take your time. After a couple seconds, Yuri clears her throat. May I start with Miji's poem? Of course. Thanks, Ryan. So, Miji, this is your first time writing a poem, right? Well, yes. Why do you ask? I relayed the message. I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Could you explain to Miji what you mean? Yuri holds up Miji's again. This one is actually not bad for a first attempt. There were some pretty novice rhyming schemes, but you're not to blame here. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness, yeah, are weakened. She sounds like an expert. Her stutter is gone. She's like this. When she gets on about a topic she likes, she can go on. But, like I said, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Uh, um, well, I think everyone here is biased in their own way. We've all got our likes and dislikes. Hmm? Sure, Natsuki has a love for cute things, and that influences what kind of literature she likes and dislikes. But the same principle applies to everyone here. I was just talking to Sayori earlier. She was telling me that she likes bittersweet literature. That if a poem made her feel things, she thinks they're good. And then there's you. Remember when you visited us on Tuesday? You told me you like deep and complex worlds. And it really shows in your poems. Yes, that's true. I still shouldn't have said that. It's alright. We all say things like that sometimes. Anything else? Um, yes. A question, if I may. Sure. Am I wrong in assuming this is a ode to Sayori? Well, the unexpected just keeps showing up. What the fuck? I grinned. What the fuck is that word? I conspiratorially. Ah, yes. In a manner suggestive of or relating to a conspiracy made by a group of people to do something unlawful or harmful. What? In a manner that suggests shared secret knowledge with another person. Oh. Okay, cool. I grin conspiratorially. Oh yeah, it so is. Traitor! Oh hush. Yuri is the most trustworthy one here right now. She won't tell. Ooh, that's sweet. Your safe secret is safe with me, Miji. Ugh, I hate you. No, you love me and you know it. So what about my poem? You've definitely been writing for a while and it shows. Your poem yesterday was pretty extraordinary. Yeah, extraordinary. Yep. But today you wrote quite a powerful poem. I was inspired by you and everyone else. I wanted to make more vivid images and leave the poem somewhat open to interpretation, just like your poem yesterday. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. These weak arms ahead. Wait, am I going down the Yuri route? Hopefully not. No, because the others like the poems too. Weird. Oh yeah, this is actually really weird. That is really, really weird considering the original game. Hmm. And the fact that I'm now playing Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, so I'm going through the whole main game again. I don't know, it is weird now, like, connecting. Well, not connecting, but like, comparing. Because, like, everyone's liked the poem. So, literally, I don't even think that's possible in the main game. At least I'm pretty certain. I'm not used to this. Yuri, are you okay? I don't know. Uh-oh. I give Yuri the time she needs. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. I know we played the game and all, but seriously, she doesn't seem like the type who has shared her work. Wait, you've never shared work before? Yuri nods. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. I smile gently and lower my voice a bit. Am I laughing at you? Did the other club members laugh at you? Yuri shakes her head slowly. I understand how you feel. It's scary to share something so intimate with as a poem. But hear me out. No one here would laugh at you. We're all friends here. Friends are supportive and caring. We would never mock your work like those bullies earlier. You think so? I know so. Your work in this club will always be appreciated. Thank you, Ryan. What do you think of my poem? I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. You're not kidding. This is an amazing poem, much more metaphorical. I'm guessing this is more the style you're used to using. That's correct. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Cutting, cutting, cutting. Oh shit. I just by that line alone. Fuck. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Cutting. Damn. We've got to help her. We will. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. Because, of course, it's cutting. What else would it be? Given, does she have a fucking obsession with bread? Like, what's your obsession? Bread. Like, oui, mademoiselle. Mademoiselle. Yeah. Right? I don't know. Ask a ship Elio to that. I don't know. So, I sometimes enjoy writing about them. We all have hobbies that are embarrassing to talk about. One of mine was I collected swords. I was just selling them off before I woke up here. You did? Honest to God. Damn. Collected swords? Yeah, I was terrified to admit it. I was afraid I'd be seen as that American who would shoot up the school. Once I was 17, though, I wasn't afraid to admit it. Sure, my former classmates teased for it, but not too seriously. It's a shame they aren't real. Your former classmates sound like good people. Having people like that in your life must have been quite a pleasant experience. Well, you do have friends. You have me, Miji, and the others in this club. They won't ever judge you. Wouldn't ever judge you. Damn right. I chuckle. Miji just agreed with me. And I know for a fact Natsuki would too. Natsuki? Why? Natsuki wrote about something like that too, actually. About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest. Eh, she did? I read her poem earlier, but I must have missed that part. Yeah, we got into a small discussion about it. She was saying it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. Ah, I mean, does she really feel that way? Yes, indeed. That's, well, that's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Ah, please don't tell her I said that. Yuri, it's okay. If I'm honest, it would make sense that you'd think that. I'm guilty of that kind of thinking sometimes too, but we just need to learn from the experience and keep it in mind. And please know that I will never, ever, ever judge you for your hobbies, and neither would anyone else here. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. That's it. There really aren't many people like you, Ryan. Dumb and stupid. I will take that as a compliment. I smile at her. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now, I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. Her timidness vanishes. I smile warmly back at her. Anything I could do to help? Well, this is gonna be awkward. And there we go. Well, that will do it for this episode of Doki Doki World of Dreams Act 1. I'm really hoping that the audio came out fine. Yeah, I guess this was just the poem sharing episode, which, I mean, honestly, it was still pretty cool. It was actually, like, really nice to read through those poems again and, like, hear the full discussions. I don't know. It was just really nice to hear. It's really nice to see, I mean. But yeah, that'll do it for this episode. I will say, though, hell of a downgrade from the past few episodes. Like, in, like, stuff happening wise. But still, really fun episode, honestly. But yeah, that'll do it for that'll do it for this episode. Feel free to let me know what you guys thought about it. Feel free to leave a like. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to do whatever. I hope you all have a great day. Hope you all have a great night, great afternoon, great evening, whatever time it is for you. The link to the mod is down in the description, as well as my Doki Doki World of Dreams Act 1 playlist. I love you all, and I will see you all next one. Peace!